The instant my wife's labor began was supposed to mark the peak of happiness in my life. I had been her steadfast partner through every doctor's appointment, humored her late-night cravings, and navigated the emotional turbulence that often accompanies pregnancy. As we rushed to the hospital, I held her hand firmly, my pulse quickening with the thrill of soon meeting our child. This baby, I believed, was the living proof of our love, the future we had envisioned together. In the delivery room, as she endured the torment of labor pains, her face slick with perspiration and tears, I felt a powerful blend of love and worry for her. I whispered words of encouragement, gently wiped her forehead, and assured her everything would be all right. I thought this was our moment, the start of our family's journey, when the sharp cry of our newborn filled the air. Tears rolled down my face. The doctor first placed the infant in her arms, then passed the tiny bundle to me. Looking at that delicate face, I was overwhelmed with emotion. Yet almost immediately, a subtle unease emerged. The baby's features didn't resemble mine at all. At first, I brushed aside the doubt, telling myself that newborns often don't look like their parents. But the feeling persisted, eating away at me. When a nurse came to check on the baby, she gave me an odd look. I couldn't quite place it initially. Then, she quietly asked if I could step outside for a moment. My wife was absorbed, tenderly holding the baby with a soft smile, so I followed the nurse. That's when my world fell apart. In a calm, careful voice, she explained that the baby's blood type was incompatible with mine, making it biologically impossible for me to be the father. My heart sank, and it felt as if the floor had dissolved beneath me. I begged her to repeat herself, hoping I'd misheard, but her words were clear, deliberate, and delivered with compassion. This child was not mine. Staggering back into the room, my eyes burned with unshed tears. My wife looked up, her face pale, as if she knew what I'd just been told. She started to speak, but I interrupted, demanding, "Who is the father?" She initially dodged the question, claiming I was upset and that the nurse must be wrong. But I wasn't fooled. As I pressed her, her resistance faltered. In a quiet, trembling voice, she admitted to an affair during the pregnancy. At that moment, my heart broke entirely. She confessed she had hoped to persuade me the baby was mine, believing my love would blind me to the truth. I looked at the innocent child again, so vulnerable and faultless, and my anger shifted. The betrayal was hers, not the baby's. Still, the room felt stifling. I gently returned the infant to her arms and said I needed time alone. Walking out of that hospital room was the most painful step I've ever taken. I had entered as a husband eager to embrace fatherhood and a new chapter. Instead, I left feeling like a stranger in my own life, burdened by betrayal. The days that followed melted into a fog of sorrow. She tried to reach out, attempting to explain her actions, insisting it was a mistake and that she still loved me. But her words felt toxic, dissolving the trust one once held. The love I had for her was buried under layers of deceit. Eventually, I began divorce proceedings. It was anything but easy. Many nights, I lay awake, grappling with whether I could forgive her, whether I should stay for the child despite knowing he wasn't mine. Ultimately, I realized a life built on lies was unsustainable. I deserved truth, not deception. Now I'm slowly rebuilding myself, piece by piece. The pain lingers, but so does a newfound sense of clarity. I learned that truth sometimes comes not from the one you love, but from a kind stranger willing to speak it. The nurse's compassionate look as she delivered the crushing news remains vivid in my mind. It was the moment my life unraveled. Though I lost the family I believed was mine, I freed myself from a future founded on falsehoods.